Hello everyone and welcome back to Nightmares of Nature. I am your temporary host G-Bod Mark 15, a robot designed by Mr. G to talk about animals that he's afraid of. One of these animals is today's subject, tarantulas. Tarantula refers to any spider in the Theraphozidae family. They're arachnids, they're carnivores just like all spiders. They were described in 1869 and they're found in tropics throughout the world. Tarantulas can best be described as your typical spider but on steroids. You see, tarantulas consist of some of the biggest of all spiders, with the largest of them all, the Goliath bird-eater, being the most massive spider. Although tarantulas can make silk, they pretty much only use it for decoration, with their main hunting mechanism being more traditional in that they'll search around for food and then overpower it before eating whatever animal they caught. For their prey, tarantulas have a much bigger range of food than most spiders thanks to their large size. They're capable of hunting large insects as well as small frogs, lizards, and even mice, and as its name suggests, the Goliath bird-eater has sometimes been observed eating small birds, and other tarantulas will sneak into unaccompanied birds' nests and eat the chicks. Now obviously tarantulas are not invincible, so for their defenses they can either give a painful bite to their enemy or they can shed their hairs off and flick it at their predator, which causes irritation and makes most animals leave. One interesting relationship tarantulas have is with a small frog called the humming frog. These are incredibly tiny frogs that live in tarantula burrows. In exchange for not getting eaten, the frog will watch over the tarantula's eggs while the mother hunts, and the tarantula will in turn protect the frog from predators. Overall, tarantulas are very frightening yet very interesting animals that should be respected. Okay, now let's look at the cards. Interestingly enough, there's not as many tarantulas in this series as I thought. In fact, there's only 4 and one of them is in toxic terrors, which is weird because tarantula venom is harmless to humans, but whatever. Now with the bird-eater card, the only error is that they refer to its venomous bite as a poisonous bite. Now that might seem nitpicky, but that is still an error, so 9 out of 10. And both the red knee and king baboon are errorless as far as I can tell, so they both get a 10 out of 10. As for the arboreal tarantula, it might be weird to have it be in toxic terrors, but technically all spiders have venom, so it does technically fit here. And besides, this card doesn't have any errors either, so it also gets a 10 out of 10. Now let's discuss tarantula's relationship with humans. Of all spiders, tarantulas tend to be the ones that most people fear, even more so than ones that can actually kill you. This is most likely because of their large size, making them a lot more visible than most spiders. However, it should be noted that tarantulas are actually totally harmless to humans. Yes, getting bit by one hurts, but it is still a lot better than being bit by a black widow or a funnel web. Not everyone fears these guys though. In fact, tarantulas are actually popular pets, with the most popular species being the red knee. However, pretty much every tarantula has been somebody's pet at some point or another. In addition, tarantulas are a very common sight in zoos, where once again the most common type are red knees. Oh yeah, and in some countries fried tarantulas are served as food, where you can even get piles of them just like French fries. Finally, in most live-action media, tarantulas will often play the role of a dangerous or deadly spider due to the fact that they are among the easiest spiders to obtain. Well, that's all for this episode of Nightmares of Nature. Next time Mr. G will return and he will talk about another feared animal that is actually relatively harmless.